Welcome to your Daily Focus, June the 9th, 2022. My name's Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. We have the beautiful 9 energy. A lot of the numerology actually is about completions. The 9 is about completions. It's about endings. It's about healing. Now, the 9 is an ending number, a closing number, but it's to make way for the new beginnings, the new starts. So we're actually removing the things that are holding us back, not allowing us to move forward, maybe allowing us to procrastinate a little bit longer than we should, sit on the fence a little bit longer. So the 9 energy comes in so that we can complete, that we can put endings to things, move past things and leave them in the past, to make way for the new beginnings, the new starts. Now, if we do the numerology of the day, it's 21. So once again, it's about tying up loose ends, that there is this brand new path awaiting you, waiting for you to step into it. But there are some things that you need to let go of, complete, move past, heal from. And 2 plus 1 is the 3. The 3 energy is about creativity, about birth, creativity, invention. It's about getting out in nature. The 3 energy is a divine energy of completion as well. The 3 energy is the empress in the tarot deck. So the 3 energy holds with it diplomacy and intuition. So our Empress is one of our highest diplomats in the deck, and definitely one of our highest intuitives in the deck. And using those things in tandem to move themselves forward, to move their empires forward, their kingdoms forward, and us to move our kingdoms forward, our empires forward. Sun is in Gemini, Moon is in Libra. So we seek harmony today, although I don't think... I think in the morning it'll be very hard to achieve a harmony in our lives. If we try to achieve it, we'll end up meeting some kind of conflict. And we're looking at where our lives are out of balance, especially when it comes to relationships, because the moon is in Libra. So where is your relationship out of balance? Are you give, 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 and they're take, take, take? Or are you take, 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 and they're give, give, give? And it's about maybe taking it back to the beginning, taking it back to the basics, to bring in that balance, bring in that piece that's missing. And especially if we've been in a relationship for a while, we start to take the person for granted. We also can explode on that person, knowing that they'll still love us at the end of the explosion. So we tend to hold back our anger from different areas of our life and unleash on our loved ones. And that's human nature. And remember to say sorry when you're all done that, or they may do it to you. And know that it probably has nothing to do with you. It was just their day. And wait for the apology. If the apology doesn't come, then maybe talk through it. But it's really about understanding in our lives where our relationships are out of balance and how we need to bring them into balance or walk away from that relationship. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, our shadow card is, look at this, the Empress. Can't make this stuff up. So the Empress is about creation, of birthing something, rebirthing something. It could be a relationship, absolutely. It could be starting your own business. It could be sprucing up your resume and sending it out. It could be about meeting new people, going to new places, trying new things, stepping into different opportunities and adventures. Creativity. Creativity is so huge when it comes. So we could have a little bit of a spark in our step today. We could be wanting some action or activity or bringing in a challenge. Our first card is the Page of Cups. It's about dreaming. It's about dreaming big. Now, when this card comes out, the veil is very thin, so know that God, your angels, your spirit guides, everyone's listening. So tell them what you want to step into, what it's going to look like. Get excited about how you are going to fill that cup. This is about creating happiness, creating joy. But then we have the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles, sometimes, boy, oh boy, we want to quit. We want to give up. We don't see where we're really making any great strides. We might see a couple of baby steps. Yay, I did those, but nothing with some kind of magnitude that we're expecting. And so we get disappointed quite easily because we are a now kind of generation, should I say. We're busy and we want instant gratification. If we see something we want, there's no saving for it. I remember layaway. Does anybody remember layaway, where you could walk into a store and you'd pull out your checkbook and you'd leave $10 towards the item, and every week you came and you gave a little bit more, and then at the end of like 3 months you got to take it home and you were excited about that. But today it's just, well, I'll get a credit card and I'll just put it through and I'll worry about paying for it later because I want it now. And when we don't get it now, we get very disappointed. We feel the lack. We feel like nobody's noticing us. That path wasn't for me. And that's just silly, okay? So if you're feeling sad, then yes, go through that emotion, absolutely. But you can't stay in sad. And actually, sad is your lungs. So if you're just sad, then just breathe. Fill your lungs with air. Feel that air coming in. Feel the negativity leaving. In this card, we need to stretch. We need to stand up. We need to stretch. We need to turn around. And oh my goodness, look what's behind you. You didn't even realize how close you are to the threshold of your abundance, of your happiness, of your joy. This is not a time to quit. We may feel like it, but it's not a time to quit. The door of abundance is right there. Are you going to approach it? Are you going to knock? Are you going to turn that knob? Are you going to see what lays on the other side of that door? Are you going to sit there? So it's about standing up today and dusting yourself off and saying, I've got this, and allowing certain things to heal in our lives or move past in our lives or put a completion on in our lives so we don't have to deal with it anymore. It's off our plate, and that's a relief on its own, isn't it? And then we have the Chariot. Well, the Chariot is about pulling it back, thinking it through. We don't want to make any rash decisions. And we could be very quick to react today with this card coming out. So be careful that you're not just reacting, but you're thinking it through and understanding how you want to go forward. If it's words in a conversation, what words are you going to use? If it's actions, what actions? That will serve not only your greatest good, but the collectives as well. The person you're dealing with, perhaps. So it's about stopping and thinking it through until you feel that you have control. So once again, it could feel like we're out of balance. Therefore, we don't have the control in place that we normally do. And that could feel kind of restless to us. So understand where we don't think we have that control. And if that control is there, can we actually have that control? Or is it better in somebody else's hands so that we can focus on the things we need to focus on? Look at it. It's foggy. It's dark. So it's okay to be a little unsure today. And with the Libra moon, we're going to be unsure. Libra is a very hard energy to make a true decision on because we see both sides of the coin. We can sit on the fence. It's recognizing it and dealing with it. That's very important. Okay, let's get a mantra card. So we have beautiful energy. It has a lot to do with our own free will, though. So we get to make the decision on whether or not to embrace certain energies, turn away from them. just react to something and not take that step back? Our first card is about dreaming, building the dream, and having a talk with God, our angels, our spirit guides, the universe, the divine energy that surrounds you, and say, this is what I want to bring into my life. This is what I want to step into. Let's create this together. And I don't care how it comes together. This is the end picture. See how happy I am. Look what I'm wearing. Look at the people around me. Look what I'm driving. Look at my house. Whatever it may be for you. Get into the details of it, especially with that Page of Cups. Get into the details of all the things you love about crossing that finish line, meeting that goal, celebrating that success. What does it truly look like to you? Who's shaking your hand? Who's giving you a great big hug? Telling you, I knew you could do it all along. And they were the first ones to tell you that you were going in the wrong way. Angel of miracles. Open your heart and expect a miracle. Open your heart and expect a miracle. Okay, where's our book? Angel of Miracles. And there has been a lot of energy lately about those aha moments, those epiphanies, those miracles in our life. So pay attention to them. They're around you. Angels shine a divine light of intelligence made from the highest and purest of the Holy Spirit. Angels bestow gifts and miracles upon you, appearing in many forms. It could be a bird, a butterfly, an animal, the brightest and only flower and blossom. When coincidences, is that how you say it? Synchronicities and miracles start to happen in your life, you know that the angels are with you. And the angels also assist you and guide you during life's changes or challenges, comforting you to the next stage of your journey. Anything is possible with angels, so you can expect a positive outcome, knowing the angels have heard your prayers. The mantra is, I believe in miracles. Of course, I believe in miracles. Everything's a miracle. Oh my goodness. All the things that have to come together in order for certain things to happen in our life. You can't tell me that's a miracle. But what did we start out with? Talk to God, our angels, our spirit guides. They're around us. They want our dreams to come true. They want to help us. They want to assist us. So show them your end game. Show them what you want to bring into the picture and say, I believe in miracles. So I don't know how you're going to do this, but you're going to do it. I was listening to Neville. And he had the story about this couple. This couple had bought a piece of property where their home was on, but there was like another parcel of property that came with it, and they always wanted to build an apartment building on that property. And they'd go to work and they'd come home, and they'd go to work and they'd come home, and they made enough money to live comfortably, but they did not make enough money to actually build this apartment building. So they decided that they would do a meditation or a mantra each night and talk with each other like this apartment building was already there. And they would talk out loud to each other about, oh, I took so-and-so through the apartments today and they're signing tomorrow and it's just beautiful. And this apartment building, when they started to design it and everything in their head and talk about it, they said, it's not going to cost us anything. Not going to cost us anything. And they did this for a couple of months. And they played like a role playing with each other on how this apartment building was going to look. And all the people and all the tenants were so happy. And one day, I believe he was a contractor, came in. And he says, I don't even know why I'm here, but, and they started talking about the property. It would be a great place for an apartment building. And yes, that's our dream. And, well, you should really look into it. So anyways, they said thank you and sent him on his way. And they told each other that this wasn't going to cost them a penny, this apartment building that they're going to have. So about 3 or 4 days later, he phones and he says, listen, I found some old plans with a couple of little modifications. We could cut out having plans drawn out. We could just make some revisions to this plan that I've got in my hand, and we're off to the races. And they said, oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. And about a week later, the guy phoned back and he says, listen, he says, I was talking to my banker, and he says he'll work out a really good deal. All you'll need was a couple $1,000 and you'll be off to the races. And they said, no, we really don't have the extra money, because in their minds, the play acting they did to achieve it all was they weren't going to put any money towards it. And this contractor says, you know what? He says, I'm going to invest in you. I'm going to invest in you. I'm going to pay for it. And then you can pay me back out of the rent that you get once the building is up and going. And they did. They got their apartment building. And it's being consistent with your dreams. Really visualizing it in the present. Believe that you are actually showing those people the apartment as you're walking around. It wasn't a story. They got into it. They were the actors and the directors in their own movie in their head, and, well, with each other. And Novell has story after story after story of this. And really, if you, well, he might be hard for some years. I'll be honest with you there, in his views and his outlooks. But he does have a lot of miracles that happen to his clients by doing just what I told you with the page. To see yourself in the successful role, to see who's around you, what you're wearing, what they're wearing. What does the car look like? What does the house look like? Or is it a business? Do you own the top floor of a huge building in the middle of a busy city? You're number one. What is it? What is it? Talk to them. Tell them, this is how I want it to turn out. Maybe you want to revisit that a day or two, or every day till it shows up. And you might be going, oh, come on, Tilly. Well, these things happen. Miracles happen in our life if we are expecting them to happen. So just have the expectation that you put it out there and you want it and you expect it to be a done deal. And believe in miracles. I believe in miracles. Look at this. We have the wolf, the pathfinder. And our words aren't going to come in clear for us, I guess. Oh. Release your past and start a new journey. Exactly what the numerology is telling us. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. So perseverance is your superpower. So stop expecting everything to happen instantly. Okay, we all know that the instant mashed potatoes does not taste as good as real mashed potatoes, but they take longer because we got to boil them and then we got to peel them, we got to mash them, and I don't even peel mine because I'm a little on the lazy side. So, but they taste good with the skins in there. And you got to mash them. You got to add the butter and you got to add the milk, and maybe you like putting sour cream in yours and some salt and pepper and whatever you have. And yeah, I could use the package, and they say done in 30 seconds if I have boiling water. So really within 3 minutes. But you know they're just not as good. So why do you want to hurry and rush that dream, that adventure, that journey, that destiny that you are walking towards? But let it unfold naturally, gracefully, and go with the flow. And see just where you end up. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.